Hello everyone, I am Damodar Sahu from Data Safeguard, and today we will be diving deep into the evolving world of data subject access requests, DSARs, and how AI is literally revolutionizing data mapping and identification processes. I am thrilled to be joined by my colleague Piyush Tambe, our AI ML engineer who brings extensive technical expertise in this space. Welcome, Piyush.
Thank you, Damodar. Happy to be here and thank you for having me.
Before we get into the details, I want to provoke a thought. Is the sheer volume of personal data organizations hold becoming too complex for humans alone to manage? The regulations are getting stricter. People are more aware of their rights, and businesses are struggling to keep up. AI is not just a tool anymore, it's a necessity. Let's explore why. Let's start with understanding DSAR complexity and why AI is crucial. To start with, let's talk about the ever growing challenge organizations face today. DSARs are not critical part of data privacy regulations like GDPR, CCPA, and India's DPDP, granting people's right over their data. But when companies have data spread across multiple systems, sometimes from acquisitions or legacy archives, responding to these requests manually becomes nearly impossible. Let me put this in a perspective. We live in a world where every second, I repeat, every second, 1.7 MB of data is created for each person. Now, how can any organizations, especially large multi-system enterprises, come through this data effectively and securely? The answer lies in AI. Pius, you have been working on AI-powered solutions for DSARs. Can you share some of the challenges company face when trying to fulfill these requests manually?
Yeah, absolutely, Damodar. Manual fulfillment of DSAs in a complex organization is like looking for a needle in a haystack. And that haystack keeps growing, like you mentioned. 1.7 MB of data is added per second per person. And there are multiple challenges that arise from. So, one is organizations have multiple systems of record, and the data in those could be scattered across formats like structured and unstructured formats. And third is archive data from older or legacy systems. And not all of these systems are actively maintained. So accessing that data becomes tricky. Businesses face a risk of non-compliance, delays, and resource overload while fulfilling these DSAs. So that's where AI can step in and solve this problem.
Great insight. Let's get into how AI redefines data mapping and identification. Before we deep dive into the technology, I want to I want to challenge our audience with these questions. Are businesses truly prepared for the future of privacy compliance without AI at their core? The world is moving too fast, and the volumes of DSARs is only increasing. With more regulations on the horizons, businesses need more than just regulatory compliance. They need AI driven data discovery. Here is why AI is not just a nice to have, but a must have. AI enables real time data mapping across vast and dispersed datasets. It transforms manual time consuming tasks into a automated scalable processes, ensuring businesses are always a step ahead in compliance. Pius, walk us through how the AI powered solutions work, specifically focusing on our confidential data discovery model.
Yeah, absolutely, Damodar. The CDD module or the confidential data discovery module is a game changer to solve this problem. It has the ability to connect to various data sources like databases, file stores, and even data lakes, and performs automated data discovery and mapping. We use natural language processing and deep learning classifiers to identify personal information with incredible accuracy. Let me give you a breakdown of the overall process. So we start off with data ingestion, where we pull data from the sources I mentioned above. And next we go to the pre-processing stage, where we tokenize this data and transform it into embeddings. Third, we perform identification. Here, our AI models classifies this data and distinguishes between sensitive and non-sensitive information. And finally, we do the data mapping. where we map the personal data that we have classified and send it to our DSAR module for an automated response.
Great insight. Let's get into little bit on the how it will drive business value. That means AI beyond compliance. Let me ask the audience another question. Is your organization's leveraging data privacy as a business asset, or it is merely seen as a compliance checkbox? The power of AI in privacy goes beyond responding to DSARs. It offers the ability to proactively secure your organization data landscape. In the digital age, trust is currency, and how we protect personal data that defines that trust. Pius, how does AI ensure not just compliance but also create business value?
Yeah, that's a great point, Damodar. AI isn't just about reactive compliance, it's also about being proactive. With AI driven DSAR processes, businesses can minimize their costs, reduce risk of non compliance, and gain insights into their data architecture. AI enables continuous improvements in these areas like data governance, data security, and also operational efficiency. And all of these are good business practices, which obviously transform into good business outcomes.
Great. Let's focus on a little bit on the metrics and the KPIs for DSAR compliance success. In my experience, business often miss one key aspect: measuring the success of the DSAR compliance strategy. You can't improve what you don't measure. I have always believed in this philosophy. Data privacy is not a destination, it's a journey that must be continuously optimized. Piyush, could you expand on the KPIs that matters the most when tracking DSR performance?
Yeah, sure, Damodar. Some of the most critical KPIs include number of DSAR requests received within a given time frame, average response time per DSAR request, resolution time, how quickly a given request is fulfilled, cost incurred per DSAR request, percentage completed within deadlines. And this is a key one because it tracks uh, the compliance rate. And these KPIs help organizations to stay on top of their compliance requirements as well as keeping operational costs down.
Great point. Thank you, Piyush. Is AI worth the investment? A question I often get asked by industry leaders is AI worth the investment when it comes to privacy compliance? And my answer is very simple. Can you afford not to invest in AI when the cost of non compliance could mean millions rather than billions in fines? And more importantly, a loss of consumer trust. The cost of implementing an AI driven DSR solutions might seem high, but when you factor in the alternative like manual processes, increased errors, and the risk of penalty, AI becomes not just an investment but a necessity. To everyone watching today, I want to leave you with this thought. Data privacy is the foundation of modern business ethics, and AI is the key that unlocks its future. As we move into more regulated and privacy conscious world, business that fail to embrace AI driven compliance will fall behind. The future is not just about meeting regulations, it's about leading with trust and transparency. Pius, any of your closing thoughts?
Yes, Damodar. I would just like to emphasize that AI isn't about replacing human effort, but amplifying it. By automating this DSAR process, businesses can focus more on important things like building stronger relationships with their customers, improving their data governance strategies.
Great insight. Thank you, Pius, for the insightful discussion. And to our viewers, let's remember that data privacy is not a passing trend. It's a fundamental shift in how we manage information in the digital era. AI is the partner every business needs in this journey. Until next time, stay compliant, stay secure, and stay ahead with AI. Before we sign off, I encourage everyone to drop their thoughts in the comments. What do you think about AI's role in data privacy? Are you ready to make the leap? Thank you so much. Thank you, Pius.